again, Booktube, it's Brittany and welcome back to my channel, Under the Radar Books. And today I'm going to be doing my December TBR and / a library haul. And first of all, I just want to give the biggest thank you to Mercedes over at Mercy's Bookish Musings for including me in her Booktubers I Love video today. That was the best thing to wake up to, and it was so sweet. She had the nicest things to say about my channel, and I am honestly so grateful and so flattered that she included me in that video. And so if you're new to my channel, welcome and thank you so much for subscribing, and I'm just really excited to get to know all of you. And thank you again, Mercedes. If you haven't subscribed to Mercedes, go over to her channel right now. I will link it down below and subscribe. She is a great booktuber and has wonderful book taste. So I just went to the library a couple days ago and picked up some really great books, and I'm going to try to finish them all this month before they have to be returned. So right now I'm currently in the middle of Gold Fame Citrus, and I actually had to return it to the library, and so I wasn't able to finish it, but I put it on hold again, so hopefully I'll get it back soon so that I can finish it. Money's tight right now because of the holidays, so I just have to wait until it comes back in and I can check it out again. I'm also reading You Don't Have to Like Me by Alida Nugent, and I heard about this on one of the Book Riot podcasts, and it is a collection of essays about feminism and what it means to be a woman, and I'm really enjoying it. I'm about halfway through, and it's really funny, and the author's actually the same age as me, which is kind of interesting, and we have very different lifestyles, but it's interesting to read about her experiences. I'm really liking it. It's funny and it's inspirational, and I haven't read a lot of feminist books, and it was really short, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna give this a try, and I'm really glad that I did. So if you're interested in this kind of thing, I would definitely recommend picking this up. Next up, I have Bone Gap by Laura Ruby, and I will be buddy reading this month with Joss over from Squibbles Reads, and I will link her channel down below as well. She's a wonderful person. She's one of my booktube besties, and go check her out her channel if you haven't already. And this book is a magical realism YA book, and I'm not 100% sure what this is about, but I love magical realism. I think the cover is amazing, and so I really wanted to give it a try. I know it's pretty unknown as far as booktube goes, and so I just would really like to see what it's about, and it's gonna be really fun to buddy read this. So next up is Pauline and Fran, and this was just on the new releases table at my library, and it sounds really interesting. It says, an elite New England art school, two young women collide. Paulina is a sexually adventurous wannabe queen bee with a devastating mean girl streak. Fran is a gifted yet reluctant painter with gorgeous curly hair and uncertain dreams. On a trip to Norway, the two are drawn together, but as adult life encroaches, jealousy and unexpected love tear them apart. So it sounds like it's a campus novel, and it's a lesbian romance book, and so I'm really interested to read this, and the cover is so pretty, and I just wanted to pick it up and try it. Next is a book I've been wanting to read for a long time, Wolf in White Van by John Darnielle. I'm not sure which one that is. This is about a man who was disfigured when he was a teenager, and so he lives kind of in isolation and creates video games, I believe. And these two teenagers, I think, get injured having some type of relationship with the video game, and so this man, the man who created it, is now held accountable. It just sounds really interesting. I've heard really good things about it here on Booktube. A lot of people really enjoyed it. It's another really short novel, so I think I'll be able to get through it pretty quickly. Next up is The First Bad Man, a novel by Miranda July, and I've seen a ton of Miranda July be mentioned in a lot of booktube videos, more for her short story collection. I think she has a non-fiction book as well, maybe. So I definitely wanted to pick up one of her books and just see what her writing is like, and I really don't know what this is about either, but I definitely wanted to give her a try as an author, and I just saw this at the library and I just decided to grab it. So I will definitely let you guys know what I think. If any of you have read this, please leave a comment down below and we can talk about what you felt about it, if you liked it, and we can just have a little discussion. Next up is Spook by Mary Roach, and this is another author I've really been wanting to try. I really wanted to read her nonfiction book, stiff about about cadavers once they're donated to science, but this actually sounds really interesting too. It says science tackles the afterlife, and I believe that it touches on what happens after we die, reincarnation, just interesting things like that. And I've always been kind of fascinated with that kind of stuff, and so I'm really interested to see what Mary Roach thinks about the topics, and I've heard she's really funny, and so I'm really excited to try this one out. And the last novel that I have here is The Golden Compass, which is the first book in the Dark Materials trilogy, and I wanted to participate in the read-along that Jen over at Jen Campbell and Holly over at Library at the Edge of the World are hosting. I don't think I'll be able to get to the entire series this month, but I definitely wanted to read at least the first book. I'm really surprised I didn't pick this up as a child. I remember seeing it around, but for some reason, I think I thought it was about something completely different than what it is about. So I'm definitely excited to see what the hype is about. I know some people love this as much as they love Harry Potter, and so I'm hoping that it will make me feel really nostalgic for the Christmas time, you know? So anyways, please let me know if you guys have read this or if you're going to be participating in the read-along. I'd love to talk. And then the last books on my December TBR are 4 graphic novels. The first one I'm hoping to get to is Saga Volume 3, and I'm sure all you guys know what this is about, so I'm not going to go into a big description about it, but I am excited to get to this one. I have heard that this one isn't super great compared to the other ones, but I am excited to be back with these characters and just to see where their story goes. The next graphic novel is Lazarus Volume 1, and this is about a dystopian world where the people that are in charge are like almost like mob type families, and each family has this one person called the Lazarus, I believe, and they're a genetically modified human being who's kind of like their bodyguard, and it's almost like they have superpowers and they're protecting their family, and they do all their dirty work and things like that. And this main character is the Lazarus for her family. And I think that at some point they maybe decide to group together and go against the families and take control of the world almost. So I'm really excited to get to this, and I've heard good things about it. So I hope I like it. Next up is Chew, and this is by John Layman. This is Volume 1, and I originally saw this on Elena's channel, and I'll link her channel down below, and she really enjoyed this graphic novel. It's about a man who I believe is a detective, or he works in the police force, and he has this really weird talent, I guess you could say, where he has like psychic abilities that are connected to whatever he eats, and so the police force basically makes him like take a bite out of a victim to see like what happened to them and help solve the crime. So it sounds really bizarre, but I usually like bizarre books and things like this, and so I think I'll like this one. And last but not least on my TBR is Lock and Key, Welcome to Lovecraft. This is by Joe Hill, and I've been wanting to read this for so long, and the artwork looks so cool. I believe it's just like a haunted house story. I'm not even sure what the extent of it is. I know it's a pretty large graphic novel series, and so I'm really excited to dive in and have a new series that I can finish. So yeah, that is what I have currently checked out from the library and what I'm hoping to get to in December. So please let me know what you guys are hoping to get to in December. If you have anything checked out from the library, I'd love to know what it is, and I really want to talk about these books that I've selected and how you guys feel about them. And thank you again to Mercedes. You are amazing. So thankful, and I'm just so thankful to all of my subscribers and viewers, and this community is amazing, and I love each and every one of you. So thank you so much for watching, and happy reading.